What's up, y'all? It's Lauren Tix Wilson. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if this isn't your first time. All right, I ordered some new CDs. I bought some new CDs that I wanted to show y'all. If you haven't seen the title, let's get into it.
Don't ever doubt you'll be a someone. Always go for what you want. Get up and put your purpose on. Get up, feel the sunshine on your face. Believe that you deserve it all. Put in the work and you will end up far. This is my show and tell. So tell me, are you ready to get it on? So tell me, yeah. So tell me, are you ready? So tell me, are you ready for me? So tell me, are you ready? Tell me, are you ready?
All right, look. I ordered some new CDs. Before I reveal what's in this package, I just wanted to show y'all. Let me just set this on to the side. That's gonna be the last CD I show y'all I open. So I bought like how many CDs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just bought like 5 of them. And I have another one on the way. I wish it was here today, but it's it's okay. It's okay. So we have Sisqó here. I want to talk about that real quick. We have Rahsaan Patterson. We have, of course, Kelly Rowland and Little Romeo. I know, right? Can you believe that? I found a Little Romeo CD. And, of course, Tupac. Love Tupac. Love Tupac. I need more Tupac CDs. And I've actually had the CD before and lost it. So I have it again. So this will be another opportunity to hold on to another Tupac CD out of the many opportunities that are coming, because I feel like I want to gift this to someone and just buy more Tupac CDs for myself. But yeah, nevertheless, just so y'all can see, I know I have like the tag on it. I want to take it off. There's like a tag on it, but this is Sisqó's first debut effort, Unleash the Dragon, right? Yep. This is from 1999. Unleash the Dragons with a single Thong Song Incomplete, and Unleash the Dragon, of course, and a lot of preludes to what was to come for Dru Hill at the time. We're gonna talk about that album, but can we just like really get into the blonde hair? Like, can we get into like, look at the jacket that it probably was custom made, you know? I already like the album art designs. I do have some personal memories with this, you know, because, you know, it's like my mom listened to this kind of music, you know, and I had older siblings, and I had a teacher that was completely into Sisqó, and she had the album. You know what? And now that I remember, she wasn't even my teacher. She was a librarian. Shout out to you, Miss Matthews. I don't know if she has great memory, but I do. But shout out to you. And oh, it has a parental advisory sticker on it, so this is gonna be pretty explicit. Sorry, y'all. So let's see what I haven't heard this album before. I haven't. I only remember what my mom and what all of the older people, you know, that were older than me and had grown at the time were playing, but I never had this album for myself. So this will be my first time first time owning it and listening to this body of work by Sisqó. And low-key, it made me want to re-listen to all of Dru Hill's albums first. I mean, come on now. Some artists, it's kind of obvious and kind of straight to the point, like what their musical style is and what their persona is. But it's also okay to go do your homework and do that background on them, because it kind of gives you more of an enhanced experience. Like, for instance, like my older sister is a Destiny's Child fan, so that made me a Destiny's Child fan. So I remember all of the stuff that was happening with them through my sister and my cousins. So I wasn't old enough to like grasp on to when they all went solo and all that kind of stuff. Of course, it was like, okay, we knew Beyonce was like this big thing. So now it's like, okay, I can really dig deep into it, listen to all of their records, and then listen to all of their records as solo artists, all of them, every female that was a part of that group. So it's the same thing with I feel like with Dru Hill. I want to know what was going on. I've heard their first 2 albums, but I haven't owned it before. I heard it on streaming platforms. So I'm gonna look for their. I saw their first album, but I didn't buy it that day. So I'm gonna get it again and look for their second album. I was actually looking for their 2002 third studio effort, Drew World Order, which is a track that is named on this album. He named a track on this album, Drew World Order. But yeah, Order. But yes, Unleash the Dragon, Sisqó. We're gonna be talking about that. All right. So next album. Rahsaan Patterson, the beautiful, the gorgeous, the resilient, the amazing. Like, his energy is like royalty and strong, and it's like you cannot ignore Rahsaan Patterson. And when you do your homework, Rahsaan Patterson is linked to Keith Crouch, Kipper Jones, and a lot of the heavy hitters in the industry that was doing their thing in the early to the mid 90s and late 90s as well. He is a child actor, a child star rather, a singer, and you know, I have never met this person, but being a Brandy fan and doing my homework on who was writing her songs, who was singing the backgrounds, who maybe could have possibly demoed these songs before, you know, she recorded them, you know, it kind of gives you a preview to the artistry of each and every person that's involved in the making of a project. So to get, you know, a person that was involved in that project have solo efforts that's actually really good, it's kind of mind-blowing if you ask me. He's obviously not the first person that I've studied when it comes to who's worked with Brandy and all that kind of stuff, but he's one that absolutely stuck out. He wrote my favorite song, had part in writing and singing Baby. Baby, 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 baby. I did a cover to that. Please don't choke me, Rahsaan, and Kipper Jones and Keith Crouch and Brandy, because no one can obviously do it like you guys did it. But I gave it my effort, because that is my favorite Brandy song. That is the song that made me fall in love with her. And it's the song that made me fall in love with that sound, with that style. I've talked to Kipper Jones before. He's a nice guy. He's cool, and I believe I was having a conversation. Look, I don't want to make up nothing. Look, I be talking to a lot of people. I believe I did talk to him before, right? In the comment, it was something. I have to check my inbox. I don't want to mislead you. I was talking to somebody really important to that piece, to that Brandy project, and I want to say it was Uncle Kipper, but I'm gonna check my inbox. I don't want to lie to y'all. I was talking to somebody, but for sure I was talking to another big piece to the puzzle, Auntie Ree. Not to put you on Front Street, but yeah, it's a lot of pieces that I'm blessed and humbled to be able to just reach out and have them reach out back to actually talk to me, you know what I mean, and give me insight and be positive and give guidance. And some people are just great examples, like Rahsaan Patterson. So just to know, you know, who he is just, it's humbling, and to see him carrying on. To me, he reminds me of Prince. I don't know if anybody else gets that vibe from this album or his voice. I love the vocal production and the vocal style, and I also love the production period, because it's that classic Kipper Jones, Keith Crouch, funky. You know, it's just, you know, you can tell that they were probably Prince fans too, and many fans of many soulful people. And I did my research as well as had guidance on where their background comes from, like the Crouches and all that kind of stuff, you know, because I didn't realize that Andre Crouch was linked to the Crouches, and the other, obviously, you know, Keith Crouch, you know, y'all get it. But it helped me kind of have insight on the mind of a person and their musical style, and why they make the music that they make, and why it comes out sounding like that, you know. So yes, it's everything. He's a big piece to the puzzle. He has great songs on this. I listened to this album like 3 times in a row when I played it the first time, because I had to digest it. I just had to. So I'm gonna be listening to it more. I'm sure I'm gonna be doing a review on it, a retrospect, and pointing out my favorites, and I can't wait to do that with you guys. Rahsaan Patterson, it's his debut album from 1997. You can definitely tell this is from 1997 just by the album art. Look at that, black and white, Look, let me tell y'all something else that looked like you can tell it's from 1997. This shot right here, it is screaming 1997. I'm saying that in good ways because I always fantasized about being an artist in the 90s. And we obviously know that can't happen because it's not the 90s. Well, we can pretend. But you absolutely inspire me. Hassan Patterson, thank you. So next we got the lovely Kelly Rowland. I ran and grabbed this album when I saw it. Simply Deep, the beautiful, the gorgeous Kelly Rowland. Ooh, you guys know I'm going to do a retrospective on this album. I just did a retrospective on Michelle Williams, so I was like, why not do all of the girls' the girls that went, solo. So I'm not going to do Beyonce's just yet, but we're going to do Beyonce's. But we're going to talk about that. I have some other albums I wanted to talk about before I go into that diaspora, because her album was like a time, it's a time and it's within itself, just like Kelly Rowland, So yeah, when I see this album, I think of summertime, don't y'all? When I see this album, even though it was released in October of 2002, the fact that Dilemma is on the album and that she had a #1 to propel the making of this album, that's where it takes you when you see this. For me, at least, I'm immediately in the summer of 2002. Even if you wasn't even born, you just like you and I'm in the summer of 2002. Somebody give me a big jersey, somebody do something, Nelly got a Band-Aid. Can I get a Band-Aid? So this is Kelly Rowland's first body of work, and of course I've heard it before, but I've never owned it. So this is my first time actually having a copy. So I'm going to definitely be spending some time with Miss Simply Deep, Kelly Rowland. Certain things that I can say that I already have some favorites off of this record because, again, I've heard it before. However, I'm just be honest, I feel like they be doing my girl Kelly Rowland dirty. I just feel like they be doing her dirty. They be setting her up. I be taking it personal, Kelly, so I hope y'all don't be offended by that comment, because it's like I'm not trying to take nothing from this project or her, because obviously no one can sing like Miss Kelly. No one is looking like Kelly. No one is performing like she is. She's even though she's not like Beyonce, she's not supposed to, and that's the bottom line. I've seen her perform live and she was pregnant and I was like, she's killing it. Like, her voice is so clear, so thick and warm, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kelly Rowland does what she needs to do. But yeah, of course I got some favorites on here. There will be a retrospective on that if you wanna check it out. So yeah, Kelly Rowland, Simply Deep. Got that one. Now this one is a hoot and a holler, but don't hoot and holler at me. And please take me serious. Little Romeo's first debut album. Yes, I've got it. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear the Michael Jackson sample? I heard it too. It immediately started playing when I put the album right in front of the camera. Right? So, again, I had an older sister. I'm like the youngest. There's like one more after me. So, of course, I had sisters that was into the boy thing, So I had one sister that was into Lil Bow Wow, and I had one sister that was into Lil Romeo, and I did want to see them hash it out. I'm not even trying to be messy. As young as I was, I wanted to see them hash it out like Brandy and Monica in the boxing ring. I did, because I wanted them to demand who was better. They never really had a moment like that. They were always cordial. Because my sister had posters of Lil Romeo all over her wall. Like, she loved Lil Romeo and like Hilary Duff and stuff like that. And my sister was like, my other sister had like Lil Bow Wow and Maya and Destiny's Child, so it was a little bit of a difference. Just a little bit, But my sister also, other sister that was into Lil Romeo, she also enjoyed Ashanti and artists like that, But Lil Romeo's first debut, I mean, look at how good that looks. I am very proud of Master P for being independent. I'm not saying that he's perfect. I'm not saying he's a perfect father. That's not my business. We all know the gossip and all that, but that is not that's not what I'm trying to shed light on. I'm shedding light on he was an independent artist with an independent label and was able to deliver different artists as well as his offspring. So this ain't nothing but a call to his birthright. So kudos to you, Lil Romeo, for embodying this at the time. I sort of wish that he was still rapping right now. Let's just pretend that it's 2002. Let's change up the vibe. This is Lil Romeo's first album. He is a rapper, and I'm sure as time goes on, he will put out great records. He will continue to put out great records because he was already great when he started, just like Lil Bow Wow. So this is his first effort from 2001. This is like, we're in like the 90s and 2000s right now. Especially with that Kelly Rowland album, like I really do feel like I'm in the summer of 2002. And then this also makes me think of the summer, the 2000s, and the summertime. But Lil Romeo's first debut, of course, there's like some hits on here. Of course, I have my favorite. I vividly remember my sister playing this to death, rapping and singing along to every word. Wow, I just opened it. I didn't mean to open it, but I guess I'll open it. Let me close it. I'm going to be very delicate with this. I just wanted to take that annoying sticker off so the cover could be nice. But this is Lil Romeo's first debut album, and it has that My Baby song on it. It has Girly, Little Soldiers Need Love. I love that. I love that song. I don't know why. It just does something to me. Little Soldiers Need Love. Don't hurt me again. Look, I just gave y'all a little taste to my Lil Romeo retrospective. But hey, if I had some favorites on that album, Little Soldiers Need Love would be included to that song. Like if I was his age and had a song out at that time, I probably would make a little song like that. Like, little boys need love too. Not like that. Not making it sound predatorial. Yikes. Yeesh. But you know what I mean? Like, we got feelings too, girls. We be crushing, and then y'all like us one day, and then break up with us in 2 days for unknown reasons. Sochi, what's wrong with y'all? But I digress. This is nice. Little Romeo with his debut album. Now, the grand finale. Well, not really, because there's one more thing I wanted to show y'all. The package. I told y'all before, but we'll get back to that. So, Tupac, this is his greatest hits. It is a 2-disc set. I had it before. It used to belong to probably my brother or my mother, but my mom was trying to get me acquainted and into different music because Brandy had just dropped a new album. It was like 2000 something. And I was just hooked on like Brandy, and she was just like, "Why don't you try listening to different things?" And I was like, "I like Tupac, but I don't want to listen to." I was just not, connected to that. I think the more mature I got, which is kind of, what goes without saying, I was like, I gravitated a natural interest into more rap and actual, especially me being a singer, a songwriter, a producer. And acting and being in I done broke the thing on the side trying to, I'm sorry. See, now I gotta change the case. It's okay, I'll change the case out. But being involved in the industry and pursuing what I'm pursuing, it's probably wise to do your homework. It's probably wise to do your research on why they call Tupac the greatest, or kind of follow his career to see maybe why him and Biggie were at odds, or follow Biggie's career and see what was the lead up to him even getting to the point that he got to. It's always wise to do your homework. So it don't hurt to buy a Tupac album and get into it. Why not? And I actually started to listen to an album. I love them. I have favorites on each and every one of them. Tupacalypse Now, Strictly for My Ears, Me Against the World. Me Against the World is my favorite Tupac album, actually. That's my favorite one. And my second favorite would have to be, I think, it's either that Tupacalypse Now, the one after Strictly. because there was like there was an album in between where they kind of say, they tried to say since it was so gritty, it wasn't received well. So he kind of like, you know, he didn't change, but he kind of changed. But there's still some bangers on that, you know, especially like Brenda's Got a Baby. But you can relive all of that on his greatest hits, which now I have to change the bottom case out because you just can't have a broken wing like that. So I gotta find a CD I really don't listen to and change the front of the case out so it can be prestige still. But yes, Mr. Shakur, there's a lot I could say about him. He's an inspiration to me. Once I got mature enough to study his albums and to study his rapping style and to know where he was, what he was born into, rather, and who he is, who his mother is, and his what became of him, how he started and how he became a rapper, what he rapped about, whether it was a persona or not. It just seemed like he was so passionate and knew how to deliver, and I aspired to be like him. And I know that's kind of freaky and weird for somebody like me to say. That's why y'all shouldn't judge a book by its cover and shouldn't assume that people should be a certain kind of way because you think they're this way, so they should act like this and be like this. But there's something about him that it really fills that void of that connection when it comes to relating to another black man. You know what I'm saying? In that way, because I don't know, it's just something about him where I could really understand him, like, you know, and you know, with a handful of influential black artists, and he's definitely one of them. Just down to his lyrical context, even if he is just rapping about getting with a girl, or if he's angry because of the adversity that he feels as a black man and as a rapper, because you felt like you helped somebody and now you feel like they're kind of eating off of you. It's just a lot that he was going through, you know. But same with any rapper that pours their passion into their storytelling, like the Notorious B.I.G., like a peer of Tupac's, you know, or rappers down the line that still, you know, storytell. You know, you got your Jay-Z's, you got your, you know, you got your heavy hitters, you got your Kendricks, you got your heavies. It's a lot of good ones out there out right now. But just to refocus back on him, he's definitely a GOAT and definitely could withstand a battle rap. Whether his thug persona was real or not, whatever, that's, you know, it's a business at the same time, but it still matched what he wrote about and what he talked about. But yeah, needless to say, this is his greatest hits, which has a lot of the hits on it, like Keep Your Head Up, my favorite, Temptation, California Love, Picture Me Rolling, and all kind of stuff that I love. To Live and Die in LA, that's my stuff right there. What's another one I really like on here? So Many Tears. Hail Mary. Two of America's Most Wanted. These songs remind me of being a goober, and like my cousins. Like Tupac's death, like carried on for a long time. Like everybody mourned him and still is mourning him in so many different ways. But like my cousins still had posters on their wall in the early 2000s. Tupac, you know, like that was something that really impacted our culture. But yeah, that's the CDs that I bought. And I cannot wait to listen to them and do retrospectives on them and get more CDs. One day, hopefully, this will be my CD and somebody's doing a retrospective on me. So please check out my latest EP and all my music on Apple Music and Spotify. And I'm currently working on a new EP right now. But the sets are calling me. You guys know I'm working a lot of gigs because I'm working to be a principal actor right now. And I don't get a lot of opportunities to work full-time or consistently like a part-timer would, and I'd like it to be that way. I'd like to be an actor full-time, at least part-time, where I'm doing principal. So I'm doing what I can. You know, sometimes I have to work for free. So needless to say, somebody called and they're requesting my presence. So when I get back to the studio, I will be working hard and diligently on my newest EP. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I've shared the title with a few people. I'm not going to share it anymore. I'm only going to share it once it's done, which will be soon. And I'm putting my soul on that, okay? Because I trust God. I trust him, y'all. So in this package, I ordered a new CD. What's in it? What's in the package? Y'all just gonna have to wait till the next video. I know. I gotta go. I can't keep y'all for 30 more minutes. All right, check me out in the next video. Bye.